isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again. Because giving up is not an option. And when you feel like you've reached your limit, it's only the beginning. That's when it's time to dig deep, to find the courage to push some more. Because if you got the drive, the discipline, and the resolve to do what it takes to make yourself great, then the rewards are endless.
Started.
Johnny on the track.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All of the lights. All of the lights.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Miami Heat. And that's it for now. Let's send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. Enjoy the first half. We'll see you soon.
We make it cool to be something. We make it cool to be something. We make it cool to be something.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4 spot. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing in the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward position.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Wade passes to Chalmers, kicks to Bosh, deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
They're running on up the court, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there. Boy, this is a neat story, guys. Danny Green was undrafted out of North Carolina. And another nice find for perhaps the best organization in all of sports, the San Antonio Spurs. He's an excellent three-point shooter, over 40% from three-point range for his career. He helps that team spread the floor, and that energizes their high-powered offense.
The Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked, really strong and together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
And Green, nice versatility, too. Not just an outside shooter.
No, he's an excellent defensive player. In fact, Greg Popovich calls upon him to often guard the opponent's best wing player. So for Green, a two-way player, a guy who can get it done at both ends of the floor.
The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with the age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent, because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued, because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks, Doris. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. And I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. And in that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Pass to Duncan. Lewis on him. To the paint. Here's Splitter. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Now here's Parker. Shane Battier unable to get his shot to go in. They kick it out to Green. Off target from the wing.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range. Talk about the definition of a role player, guys. What the perfect role player should look like, I think it's Shane Battier. I mean, he's as good as it gets in that role. An elite defender, can guard anybody, and he can hit the 3 at a pretty good rate. Smart, good passer. Just the epitome of what you want in a role player.
And, you know, you talk about Battier, he knows how to play his role. He doesn't try to do too much.
Yeah, he's got a great basketball IQ, understands angles and percentages. It seems to be able to guard about 3 different positions, and a terrific weak side defender. He's always the guy there waiting to take a charge.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
They built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Outside Lewis. Miami no good on that time either. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And some changes here for the Heat. Anderson comes in for Greg Oden. And it's LeBron in for Rashard Lewis. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Mark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were. Really poor decision on that pass.
And the Spurs with some changes. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. DL comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Ginobili sets a screen for Parker. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Heat trail by 8. He dishes it to LeBron. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Parker with it. Now guarded by Cole. Parker kicks to Bellinelli. Miami grabs the miss.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
Parker kicks to Bellinelli. Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No problems knocking that one down.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
.116 left in the first quarter of the game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced